Not sure yet if I'm going to share this on my channel, but I'm getting such a strong download of like a disempowered feminine energy. It's like this is definitely like a mother wound or grandmother something, like a strong feminine energy. Not healthy at all. I need you to understand this. And the reason for this could be several reasons. Like there's definitely trauma here, but there is something that this particular person has oh, this is so deep. This is from when you were like a baby child or even younger, or like maybe in utero, even depending on who this is. Because I'm getting like either a mother or grandmother, maybe both, because trauma can be passed down through the female line, regardless of what you identify as, regardless of your situation. This is feminine energy that has been affecting you for a long time, because what this did was disempower you. Oh, geez. I do that when I release energy. If you're seeing this and this is something public, do understand when I do weird little things like that. This is me releasing energy and getting a download, and just there's stuff coming to the surface here, but there is a strong feminine energy, and this is regarding your psychic ability. This is regarding your intuition. For some of you, you have a little bit more than psychic ability. It is the ability to manifest at a moment's notice. And in some families, in some dynamics, this is actually very much approved of, especially like I don't want to genderize this, but because this is like the childhood home, there's something about this particular feminine energy. They were all for empowering men and disempowering women, because that's how they were taught, that's how they grew up. And because they themselves are a woman, they don't realize and they don't understand they disempowered themselves when they did that. And I do see this in certain homes, especially very traditional homes. The mom will just value her sons and not give a crap about the woman or the daughters, you know. They are, to them, they are just another set of helping hands, and they have to empower the men. Take that if it resonates. I know that's not going to be everybody, because this feels ancient. This feels like a very old power. And like, I don't know, because I don't want to speak for everybody. I don't want to speak, like, I know the generations change, and sometimes they evolve and sometimes they don't. They regress back. But this is the energy that is coming through. What this person did was see how powerful you were in either your words and either your intuitive ability, in something about you just scared them, because they didn't like how honest you were. They didn't like how you spoke truth. They didn't like how maybe some of you developed your skill, your ability to talk at a very early age. They didn't like this, and they kind of wanted to silence you. Because I've also seen the opposite, where I've seen kids nowadays where they are delaying their speech, because not due to lack of parental involvement, but because their parents don't want them to be spilling secrets. Yours was the opposite. I mean, it could be either or. But for some of you, there's something about vocalization. Your vocalization was impaired because somebody here didn't want you to speak truth. Because when you're very intuitive, you can't help but speak truth, especially as a child. Because as a child, you just say whatever comes to your mind. I love it when kids just say anything and everything. Like, they don't care. They don't have any sense of like, oh, I shouldn't say that. They just out loud, they'll say the most, literally the darnest things. They'll just be spilling truth, and they're just, sipping on their juice cup. They're like, yeah, that person isn't good. And then they just, have their snack. That's what I'm getting. A lot of you are in that energy, and you don't realize how adults were triggered by this in a way where they wanted to silence you. They're like, hey, don't say that, or hey, you do. But this energy, this is matriarchy. This is like negative matriarchy. They didn't like this. And it doesn't even have to be that you said some truth. It could just be that you were saying a lot of positive things, and this person wasn't used to it. Maybe you're somebody that like, you love to build people up, or you love to talk about the things you love. And this person, all they did was like criticize and nag. And, just, it was always about the negative things that they had to speak. So when you were here talking about good things, they shut you down. They shut you down, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally. Again, this person has a lot of trauma, and I don't even think you would be that angry with this person, depending on your relationship with this person. Because it's like, there are people out there that no matter how awful their grandparents are, they may forgive them because they know that they're old and they lived in different times. And then for some people, if this person became, why am I hearing out of pocket for some of you? Got some Gen Z in here. If this person overstepped their boundary or took it a little too far, you did make it a point to keep them quiet. What this ended up being, let me get the cards. Like, I'm channeling so strongly right now. Yeah, Three of Swords, a heartbreak. Disappointment, Nine of Cups. This is you. This is you with this beautiful Nine of Cups. And this person literally wanted to divide you in three. They wanted to fracture something. This is their broken heart trying to mess around with your beautiful Nine of Cups energy, this overflowing feeling of love. Three of Cups, they got in the way of you making friendships or building relationships with certain people. So let's say, and I see this in family sometimes, there's like a particular person in the family that, you know, everybody gangs up on, or they're like the red herring, black sheep, whatever you want to call it. This person wanted to prevent you from having that form of relationship with them for whatever reason. It doesn't even have to be that. I feel like, again, this childlike energy, you as a child, you had such a loving heart. You were willing to love anybody, regardless of their shortcomings, because a child only sees the beauty in people. You know, they're very innocent. And this person wanted to stop you from either forming friendships or building a stronger connection with somebody that you could have otherwise been close to. This could have been like two cousins being separated because anytime they got together, they were having so much fun, or, you know, and somebody here didn't like that fun, which is ridiculous. Again, this is their traumas. And maybe at some point in your life, like that part of you that doesn't like kids, also you started seeing the beginnings of that particular kind of energy. Ooh, there's some tough truths here from you, because let's face it, when we see children having fun, we should like and want that. That is exactly what they're meant to do, and they're meant to remind us to have fun as well. But there's, at some point in your life, you didn't like this because you were told not to have fun, and you feel like, oh, well, I should tell them not to have fun. And this is where you break the cycle. This is what's beautiful about this. You break this cycle. Let me get more cards. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna try not to cry here, but this is heavy stuff, but this is important to talk about. Again, I don't know if I'll post this publicly because I'm a mess right now, but the message is important. Yeah, Knight of Swords reverse, not being able to express your needs, wants, your desires, your wishes, your worries. This really impaired your throat chakra. This is where I'm feeling this the most, and I feel like this is why it's hard for me to come out with this message. Temperance, you've worked a lot on healing this. It's reversed, letting me know that you still have some ways to go, and this may be a lifelong battle with this, but you know that in doing this, you are like helping the family lineage. You are clearing out the throat chakra for generations to come, because you never want to silence anybody, no matter what it is that, you know, they have to say. You want to be able to help them out. You want them to speak their truth. You don't want them to be in this energy of keeping quiet. I do get a sense of alcoholism here, because in this particular energy, people drank to keep themselves quiet, or drank to forget, or, you know, it could even be that some people here drink for the truth, because you know that saying, what's that saying? I don't know, but something about like alcohol is the truth juice or something like that. I don't know, but you know what it is. Like, it makes people more loose-lipped and make them willing to say the things that they otherwise couldn't say. So there could be some alcoholics in your family. Six of Cups, yeah, childhood. This is childhood nostalgia. Seven of Cups. Confusion. And here's the unfortunate thing, is that it made you choose different, like, this shaped the way you chose the people that came into your life. So you would only choose people who were also like big on stifling messages, or liars, or just somebody who wanted to control what you say and how you think. This really did affect the way you build relationships. But look, if you're listening to this right now, you've overcome a lot of this. This is the wonderful thing. Yeah, Hierophant, karmic lessons. You've already understood the karmic lesson. A lot of you, you're still working on this, and I'm very proud of you. Very proud of your progress. Your ancestors are proud of you. The people who probably built this up, they're proud that you're building it down, because they see the error of their ways in their passing on the other side. They see how wrong they were, and it's like, thank you for doing this, because they wish they had done it themselves. Take that message how you will. We have the Six of Cups. I see you successfully overcoming this. Some of you may not speak to these people again, which makes sense, because they wanted to quiet you. When you come back into their life, you're not going to remain quiet. So it makes sense that you're just not going to be able to speak with them. Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Two of Swords. Yeah, cutting communication with them. And Ten of Swords reversed. It's like, you've made a very pivotal decision to only keep people around you that are going to be honest, that are only going to open communicatively in a positive way, or in a way that is fruitful. Because it doesn't necessarily have to be positive, because not every message will be great, but it has to be in a way that makes sense, in a way that is mature, in a way that allows people to speak their authenticity and their truth. Because when they do this, it allows for a better life, honestly. When we think of how many deceptions there are in the world, and how easy your life would be if people were just transparent, I feel like you're part of that movement of transparency, or if it can't be transparent for certain reasons, then to be able to communicate what needs to be communicated at that time. You're not going to live in this energy of fear. Absolutely not. Back of the deck. Yeah, Seven of Swords. The card about lying. We're getting rid of this. We are getting rid of this. Secrets, deception. And it's interesting because I was burning frankincense this morning. Frankincense is it's a resin. It's the aroma of truth. It's linked with the third eye because, like I said, you are speaking intuitive knowledge. You are speaking truth. So this is third eye and throat. I feel like you're going to have a lot of releases here. I do expect some truth to come to you sometime in the near future. Or maybe you've already come upon one and this is just confirmation of that. Let's get your last cards, my beautiful viewer. We have Green Tara. The Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. Yeah. This is you following your heart and your soul informing you. Again, the intuition is coming through clearly. If you have felt some sort of intuitive block, of some sort, like if you're like, especially if you suffer from like things like mental fog or forgetting things easily, this is what this was. This particular energy wanted to make you forget whatever it was that your intuition was trying to download into you, because you're becoming so powerful in your intuitive abilities, especially this coming season. We are going into the winter season. We're going into Capricorn specifically, Sagittarius, Capricorn. I am talking to that specific generation of people with like Neptune in Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius. So 80s and 90s babies, maybe early 2000s babies. Don't quote me on that, but let's get more cards. We have Vajra Yogini, the essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. Being liberated from these shackles of the voice, of the ability to communicate. We have Freya, the goddess of discernment. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. Yeah. I like this a lot. You are learning your discernment because, like I said, what this did was make you choose things that are not really aligned with you. You chose things you were comfortable with. You chose things that maybe reminded you of your childhood. If you had a thing for people who were also, like I said, very manipulative in the way they communicate, this is what this is, because I'm seeing this energy. You know how when parents, they're always like, what do you say? And usually they try to do this with kids, like, you know, when they're trying to teach them manners, like when you say please or thank you, it's like, oh, what do you say? I'm getting that energy, but somebody who in that manipulative way, it's like, what do you say? Like they're trying to tell you what to say, when the truth is, like, they're trying to tell you to act a certain way that is not genuine to you, that is not authentic to you. They want you to act the way they want you to act. So we're not talking about, you know, pleasantries here. We're talking about this person expecting you to act the way they want you to act. Very manipulative. It's kind of like in every decision you've made, especially when it comes to friends and maybe romantic partners, you kept them in mind. When the truth is, you should follow what your heart wants. Let's get another card. Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine. At the center of everything, there is light. And I am that light. You are here to heal that toxic femininity within your family, because this is what I've been getting from the beginning. Because we talk a lot about toxic masculinity, but we're here to heal that wounded feminine. And I say wounded because for a long time they were disempowered. The wounded that became the toxic feminine in your family. You're here to heal that, again, regardless of your gender, regardless of what's going on with you. And you do this with love. You do this with an authenticity. And you do this through accepting the love that wants to come through in your voice, in your mind. The patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. You are channeling beautiful things. And I think we all channel to some extent. I think it just depends on what it is that we're doing. We like to see it as this woo-woo thing. Really, it's a muscle. Just like your intuition is a muscle. We channel information. We come across ideas. This is how we generate ideas. Through this way. This is brainstorming. You're essentially channeling. So I feel like it will really affect positively any aspect of your life where you need to use your mind and brain. But you are breaking down so many barriers. You are unlocking certain programs within you didn't realize. You are letting go of all those limitations people set on you, because you're no longer a prisoner to whatever this person wanted you to be when you were a child. You're breaking through that, and I'm very happy for you. But this is where I leave it. If you would like a personal reading, I do have my information down below in the description, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care.